asked me once if I was true. I turned away, I lost my cue. The words I saved stayed out of sight, and love slipped past without a fight. If I had said the things I meant, would we have changed the way it went? Left unspoken, it broke me down. The silence grew without a sound. I gave too late what felt undone, left unspoken. And now you're gone. Your chair is there, but feels so cold. I reach for warmth I used to hold. I find your notes, but never read. They carry a weight I never freed. If I had broken down my pride, would you still stand here by my side? Left unspoken, it broke me down. The silence grew without a sound. I lost the chance to make it true. Left unspoken, I lost you. I wrote it out, but never said. The quiet lines still fill my head. And though I beg for time to bend, I face the loss I can't amend. Left unspoken, it haunts my days. The truth I kept in hidden ways. I trade it all for one more run, but what remains is left undone. I kept your shirt on the floor, I never moved it, wanted more. I don't trust the quiet parts, the way it builds and breaks apart. I've been left mid-sentence too, so now I flinch when love feels true. But you're still here, still holding back, and maybe that's what I can't lack. So teach me how to not be scared, to take your hand and just stay there. I don't need loud, just need real, someone who stays when I feel. I've learned to leave before I I saw you smile in someone's arms. I said good for you, but blinked too hard. You held her close like I once stood. She touched your face like I once would. She made you laugh, I looked away. I knew that sound from better days. She sees the now, but not the past. She gets the ease I held too fast. But I knew him first. His quiet breaks, his morning thoughts, his smallest aches. I knew the way he looks when wrong. I kept him soft when things went long. She calls him kind, and so he is, but she won't know the things he missed. He tells her half of who he was. I held the rest before it passed. She holds his hand, I held his fear. She holds his name, I held him near. But I knew him first. His late night doubts, his softer voice when lights went out. I knew the cracks beneath his smile. She sees the part I loved a while. I don't want what we had then, but I still know who he was when I knew him first. Not best, not right, but held his storm before his light. She gets the calm, I got the fight. He's smiling now, but I knew that night. I watched the light, it left too soon. Your jacket still against the wall. I hear your name, that's all I call. The nights grow long, I can't get through. I break apart, remembering you. If I had begged for you to stay, would love have turned the other way? What I wanted was you, but you walked out. I gave my heart, you filled with doubt. I tore myself just to break through, but all I wanted was only you. The glass still shakes where you once sat. I close my eyes, I can't take that. The letters burn, they cut in two. I lose again, I'm losing you. If I had told you every truth, would I still carry all of you? All I to turn around, but silence grew the only sound. And even if I tried again, the story ends where it began. All I wanted was you. It breaks my chest. The love I kept won't find its rest. I tore myself just to break through, but all I wanted was only you. All I wanted was only you. Loved you in fragments, the good ones too small to keep. You said I made it harder, but didn't ask why I weep. I stayed for the parts I thought could be whole, but held on so tightly I let go of my soul. This wasn't the kind of love they write about or sing. It bruised quiet, it hurt soft, but it never gave me wings. And I kept calling it love, 'cause it was all I knew. But not everything you fight to save was ever meant for you. I wanted to be better, so you wouldn't leave. But every time I bent, I shattered underneath. I watched myself vanish just to keep you around. And when you said goodbye, I didn't make a sound. This wasn't the kind of love that makes you feel at home. It needed me to stay small, to never say I'm alone. And I kept calling it love, 'cause I was too afraid to admit the version I gave you was the one I let betray. Healing didn't feel like rising, just standing up straighter. It came like silence, like no more later. This wasn't the kind of love that taught me how to stay, but it showed me where I broke and what to give away. I kept calling it love, but now I see it clear. I was trying to love what was never fully here. You said this feels right outside your place, and I believed you without second pace. You kissed my hand like it meant more, but I didn't know you kept a score. I stayed quiet when I should have asked. You smiled soft but looked right past. You almost had me with your steady voice. You almost held me like I was your choice, but it never made it past your room. You promised spring but gave me June. You almost had me, but not enough, and almost hurts when you called it love. I read your text like they meant hope, but they were just your way to cope. You said you'd change, just needed time, but every word read more like a lie. You let me dream and watch me try, but never once said goodbye. You almost had me with your careful plans. You almost knew me, but used both hands to hold the past and keep me near, to say I care but disappear. You almost had me, and that was worse. You didn't lie, but it still hurt. Some truths don't break, they fade then stay. I left your coat on Tuesday. You almost had me with your borrowed light. You almost kept me one more night, but love like that just runs out slow. You let me in but didn't show. You almost had me, and that's the line. You meant the start but not the time. Found your hoodie in the back of my drawer. Didn't know I kept it anymore. Smells like last fall in your old car, like late night talks under quiet stars. I should have tossed it like the plans we made, but some things stay when memories fade. Your old hoodie still fits like then, not just the fabric, but who I've been. I wear it now when nights get cold, a piece of you I still hold. You weren't perfect, and neither was I. We hurt in ways we didn't try, but that old sleeve knows my tears, so I keep it close through quiet years. You taught me love and how it breaks, but also how a heart remains. Your old hoodie still calms my storms, like your arms did when the world felt worn. It's just a thread, but means much more than all the fights we tried to ignore. I've forgiven, but won't forget. You left a mark with no regret. And if I'm stronger, it's 'cause of this, the kind you'd leave the room, and I'd keep holding the air. But air can't stay, and neither did you. I don't hold it anymore, not your name in my mouth or your shape in my sleep. I let the ache turn into nothing, and it finally stayed gone. I don't replay your voice like I used to, not because I forgot, but because I forget you. This isn't healing, it's just honesty. I don't hold it anymore. I gave what I had, and you let it go. So I did too, and this time I meant it. I wasn't looking for someone. I was learning how to stay alone. I made peace with empty seats, late night walks, just me and my thoughts. And then you showed up like it wasn't anything at all. And maybe it wasn't meant to last, but still, you made me laugh. You made me wanna try again, open doors I swore I'd shut. You made me wanna lean on someone without bracing for the fall. I don't know if it's forever, but you made me want to want at all. I stopped writing poems, but you became one without trying. You talk like time is slow when we're not hiding. You don't promise the moon, but you sit with me in the dark, and that might be enough. You made me wanna open windows, let the light touch things I closed. You made me wanna be a little less alone. And even if you go, you'll always be the first who made me want to hope. jacket was still on the chair. You always leave things everywhere except your feelings. The keys were by the door. I held them for too long, hoping you'd turn around. You didn't say go, you didn't say stay. You just stood there like I wasn't breaking. I would have stayed if you said one thing, anything, but your silence spoke louder than goodbye. I left the light on just in case you change your mind, but it burned out like we did. Quiet and a little too fast. Some endings are chosen, some just happened. This one felt like both. I would have stayed if you'd moved at all, but you didn't, so I did. And you just let me. You just let me. I don't cry when I hear your name anymore, and that should mean something, but it doesn't. I go to work, make my bed, and some messages on time. Everyone says you're doing so well, and I am mostly. But there's an empty chair at the end of every good day, and it always feels like you should be in it. I don't miss you the way I used to, but sometimes I miss the way I used to feel. I'm okay, I really am, but I'm still not happy, and it's not your fault. It just turns out that healing is quieter than I thought. I deleted the photos, not out of anger, just I didn't want to see your hands in my memories anymore. And I don't flinch when someone asked what happened. I just say it wasn't meant to last. You didn't break me, but you did. Leave a silence, I still walk around. I'm okay, and I mean it this time, but I'm still not happy. And I think I'm learning to live with that. I folded your shirt before you asked me to. It felt like something you'd forget, so I remembered. You liked your coffee burnt, I learned to like it too. thought of you at 3 a.m. again. You left your coat at my place, and I still never moved it. You used to hum when you brushed your teeth, like every morning was a song I missed. I don't hate you, I just wish you had said goodbye like you meant it. We were nothing, we were late night talks and takeout boxes and laughing too loud in parking lots. Maybe we broke, but baby, we were still something. I saw your name in a playlist and smiled before skipping. I never told you, but I like how you looked in blue. You were wrong for me, and I knew it, but God, you felt right. We were nothing, we were tangled sheets and half-said things in hands that knew what silence meant. We weren't perfect, but darling, we were still something. You said, hey, been a while, with that smile I used to fall for, but it didn't cut this time, not like before. You asked if I still write songs about things that went all wrong, but I don't, not since you, and not for long. You looked around like the past could fit, but baby, I don't live in it. I'm not the same me who cried when you left, not the girl who clung to every breath. I've outgrown the need to be seen by someone who once chose to leave. I'm not the same me. You said you thought we had a spark, but love shouldn't leave so many marks. I smiled and said we had our part. I forgave you before you asked, not for you, but for my past. I'm not the same me you used to hold. I learned to bloom on my own. You were a chapter, not the whole. I closed that book and took back my soul. I'm not the same. If you knocked at 3 a.m., would I open or pretend I'm asleep again? If you said I never stop loving you, would I melt or quietly ask you to leave too? If you came back, I'd look twice, but I won't forget the cold in your eyes. You left me half a goodbye. If you came back, I wouldn't cry. You had your chance to choose me whole. You played soft but left with control. I still remember how you looked away when I needed one word to stay. If you came back, maybe I'd smile, but I won't rewrite that chapter in denial. You closed that door without regret. If you came back, I'd say I've left. I used to think if I stayed long enough, you'd feel it. But love doesn't work like that. I held the weight of both our hearts, mine beating, yours wandering. I kept showing up in every silence, hoping you'd finally speak. I tried to love us into being, but you never met me there. I'm done holding it, the version you never gave. I'm done waiting for words you never meant. This love was heavy and I was carrying us both. You never lied, but you never chose, and that felt louder than leaving. I stayed because the memory was kinder than the moment. I don't hate you, but I'm done giving more than I get. I'm done holding it, whatever it used to be. You didn't stay, and I can finally let go. used to write your name in every song, then cross it out before it got too long. I thought I'd never feel that way again, but lately it's different with him. He doesn't try too hard to read my mind. He laughs at things I thought no one would find. I used to hold back every word I meant, but now I'm not afraid to let them in. It's not the same, but maybe that's the point. I'm open again, not all the way, but it's more than yesterday. He looks at me like he sees through, not the version I gave you. And it's not perfect, but it's real. A little scary, but it heals. I'm open again, and this time it feels like mine. He doesn't ask about the ones before, just walks me past their memory at the door. It's quiet, but it's not empty space. It's a new kind of grace. I thought my heart had made its fall.